So let's talk about packing for a day hike. A quick trip into the woods. People don't think they need much. It only takes one slip, one trip over a log, break a leg, rupture a tendon, you know, all can go wrong depending on how far you've walked into the woods. Depends on how long it takes you to get out. Now I've had instances where I have broken my ankle when I was young in the woods, and had probably about a 2k walk out of the woods. Would take me 20 minutes to get out of the woods normally. Nah, not this time. Probably about 4 or 5 hours later, the ambulance waiting at the foot of the woods because they couldn't get in. You know, we had to ring them when we were quite close. It's instances like that that obviously make people realise what can go wrong and what they need. Obviously, I didn't actually break it fully. I could have stabilised it myself with proper training, prior knowledge, and carrying a decent first aid kit to deal with that instance. So for, you know, packing for me now is a must. It wasn't a clever thing I did to actually do it, but I've heard of a lot of cases where just to trip over a log, fall down a ditch, fall down a foxhole, badger hole, twist an ankle, can't walk on it. And when it's nearly night time, you know, things can seriously go wrong depending on the seasons you're in. So, packing. Basically, we need to combat the elements of the weather. How do we do that? There's 3 main ways. You've got clothing, shelter and fire. There's a misconception of what we need to wear, what shelter we need and what fire will do. We don't necessarily need shelter if we're going to have a fire. If it isn't driving rain, you know, or spitting, light rain, a fire will combat that. Sit under a tree with a decent canopy, have a fire in front of you, you will dry out as the rain falls, and you should have decent coverage of the canopy above. A fire will protect you from that. You don't always need shelter. In foul weather, a shelter is going to be a must. But the first thing we need to look at is clothing. Waterproof clothing, warm clothing, and a decent base layer, and then working up through the layers to the waterproofs. You don't need a sleeping bag if you have decent clothing on. You can easily last through the night. You can easily last through 2 nights, 3 nights, 4 nights. What you really got to think of after that is water, and you know, that's a whole different ball game. So packing from there, what I come up with for a small day pack. I've been working on it probably for a few years now. I did take one out for the winter, which was packed in this Snug Pack Response pack. What I didn't like on it, I stripped off and took out, and what I did like about it, I kind of made use of it. So the main thing I did to this, obviously you can see it's small, it's lightweight, it's missing one thing, which is water, which I do carry, a Maxpedition roly-poly. I'm going to turn the camera off, go through it, but I'll get that and show you what I carry and how I carry it. So I took off the waist straps here, so this is now a little Velcro closed slip pocket, which I don't use because it's going to be up against my body. And what I did was sew on some D-rings here, so that if I just undo that, I got the strap under there, ready to go. And I find this is the most comfortable way to carry a small pack. Obviously there's one problem. I've only got these 2 straitjacket straps to put some form of clothing. So I'm kind of limited for that, but depends on the season. Again, now I'm wearing my insulated, so now you can see I'm actually wearing my insulated top. This won't necessarily fit under that strap, but it will fit in between the carry strap if needs be. Same with water. Water slides onto the actual harness, and it's only a small water bottle, and I've got purification means on me if I need to collect more. Let's go through the pack. So I've got the pack on. As you can see, it is easy to fling round to get access to. This is what I carry my water in, a Max Expedition mini roly-poly pouch. Just got my kayak bottle in there, just easier to drink from, and I do have a cooking pot inside, which is easier for me. My whole philosophy behind carrying a small pack for a day pack, once you've left your bigger pack behind, is that you're actually going to take it with you. I find a lot of people, when I go out with them, take a big bag and don't actually necessarily want to take it out with them because it's too big. So pack a smaller bag with all the essentials that's lightweight, that you're actually going to carry. Don't pack some big bag that you're not going to carry or don't want to carry. That kind of defies the object between it, because you're not going to have it when you actually need it. So let's take a look in this pack. Right, so there's 4 main pockets to this pouch. 2 side ones, 1 front one, and 1 main zipper. Let's just go through the front. Or actually, first off, I have got my emergency space blanket. I've got that from Rob at canteenshop.com, Canteen Corner, sorry. That's an excellent little tarp, and best of all, you can just throw it over you, or wrap it around you to keep you warm. That's what I like about it. It's more durable than a space blanket. So the front pouch then. First of all, I have got a secondary knife in here. There is a review coming up on it. It's the Dejo survival knife. It comes with a whistle and fire steel, but we'll get into that on another review. My Premac water filter. I've got my little trap-in fishing kit in this little pouch, case that I had on my keychain kit. 2 light sticks or snap sticks. A large bit of maya wood that I harvested myself. I have 2 tinder tubes there, or tampons. I've got a non-slip mat and a DC-3. Pretty much that's all that will go in there. There's a little bit of space for other little bits, but I don't want to overpack it because I want to be able to zip it up without hassle. So that's that. I have got some 550 cord wrapped around the front pouch. There's about 4 meters on there. Could be a little bit more. I never measured it out. I just had some cord that I was using to put the tarp up, that I just kept it there. It's good for lashing stuff down as well. So in this pocket then, I've got an orange signal bandana, a 2 LED torch, but it has camera action for when the batteries run out, so it can always be used. Signal mirror, first field dressing. This is, I believe it's a French one. Yeah, just an all-in-one first aid kit there, if you know how to use it. This is a little jigsaw blade. will become apparent later, and a diamond file that goes on my Leatherman, and I have a bag, Ziploc bag, full of Ziploc bags basically, great for collecting, and I always need a Ziploc bag when I'm collecting and foraging. It's a must basically for me. Obviously you can't copy this kit really because this is custom to me. You can base your kit on it, but I would never recommend copying my kit totally. It needs to be custom to your area. So in this other side pocket I've got my food. I've got 2 Trek bars, peanut and oat, mixed berry. You can break these up into 8 sections and ration these through the days or through the day that you've been stranded. I've got a little prep pack. It's got coffee, sugar, salt, chocolate, powder, book of matches, tea, milk, pepper, puree tabs. Just come from a ration pack, and I think this is ideal for this. So that's that. I've also got some couscous in a pot, which we'll move on to the main section now. Small hygiene, toilet roll, hygiene gel. Folding spork. That's brand new, it hasn't been used, that's why it's still in the cellophane, but it's kind of keeping it clean as well. Especially because I have 2 hexamine blocks in the same packet, same pouch, sorry. On here I have a fire steel, whistle and mini button torch. Five hanks of paracord, 1 orange. I packed orange paracord just so I can leave it on trees to mark the trail where I'm going if I do decide to move on. I can leave a trail. They can all be used to put up a shelter as well. Again, it's probably time consuming to do it, but to create cordage in the wilderness is tough going. I have done it before and it's not something I want to do in an emergency situation. Bandana. For shelter, I have a BCB emergency sleeping bag, my mini shelter kit, which is a large green thin polythene tarp, space blanket, a large 50-gallon drum liner, cable ties and some bank line. Loads to make a shelter there, loads of ways you can do it. The other tool I've packed in here is the Leatherman Surge, 2 blades and a saw. This is my choice for the saw. I could have packed a Laplander, but this is a great little saw. It has replaceable blades, hence the reason I packed a jigsaw blade for a spare. And it's compact and has other tools on it as well. So that's my choice. May not be yours. My cook pot, which has a Swedish folding cup, my couscous and a German stove. Obviously I can make fire, but why wait for fire if you just want a quick drink or food when you can use the cooker? That is my kit basically, guys. Obviously it can be customed. If I need it to be for a different season, I can change it. I can't see me changing much, maybe sticking a hat in there for winter, but this is my kit. Right, so you saw my kit. I just wanted to tell you what I tell all of my students. I mean, I've packed this up and unpacked it so many times. The first thing is, try to always pack your kit in the same way. This way it makes muscle memory and brain memory, makes you go to the place that you need something from straight away without thinking. I've done it for so long now, packed my bags all in the same way, you know, you get accustomed to how you pack, and if you need something you go straight for it. You don't faff around getting everything out, and a complete waste of time doing all that. The other thing is, I didn't pack this for you guys. This was packed for me. This has been packed for a few months now, and I've been taking it out and about, trialing it. I've been taking stuff out. There's a lot of work that goes into what I think I need, using the kit, spending a night out with the kit. There's a lot that I do to come up with these kits. So I don't want people just to copy it and think, oh yeah, that's great. Base this on your kit, just like there's a lot of kits that I have based my kits on in the past, like the combat survival tin that Lofty Wiseman come up with, basing my survival kits on that. I've kind of come away from that now, but you know, there's a lot that goes, what I'm trying to get across is a lot that goes into what I do. So don't just copy it, think about it, think about what you need in your area. It may be possible that you can get away with carrying shelter because there's a big canopy there. You know, there's a lot to go around. You might wear waterproofs all the time, and kind of negates the need for having a shelter. So it's lunchtime, and I'm going to get my lunch on.